Moving straight to our next conversation, legal victories often open new battles over reputation, ownership and accountability. A former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Diezani Alison-Madueke, has intensified efforts to recover assets seized by Nigerian authorities following her acquittal in the United Kingdom on bribery charges. Her legal team argues that the UK verdict strengthens her case for reclaiming properties and funds, while Nigerian authorities are expected to continue defending previous forfeiture actions through separate civil proceedings. Okay, right about now we have joining us Babajide Obafemi. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, Biko, let's start this way. To what extent could Diezani's UK court acquittal influence asset forfeiture proceedings in Nigeria?
Well, they say fortune favors the Diezani.
Okay.
What Alison-Madueke and her lawyers are trying to do is to present this fresh, what they see as fresh evidence, the evidence of her acquittal by the UK court, to then say, look, we have a piece of evidence that is critical to this matter. Therefore, you have to look at the, my properties that have been seized, and in the light of my acquittal in the UK, can you ensure that these properties are returned to me? But these are two different courts. The court in the UK is not the same as the court in Nigeria, and the evidence before them may not necessarily be the same.
Okay. Biko, just hold that thought. I've just been told that the principal of the Oriire abduction school, Mrs. Aremo, is granting an interview at the moment. Let's listen to her.
The other ones,
and journalist Hangouts will be back.
You fall sometimes, a lot. A lot.
How long did it take you on that day to navigate through that forest?
When we were taken, my car was used to convey us to a point. That was where we met the primary pupils and their the teacher. So we had to walk for about 1 hour. They brought bicycle machine and about 10 of them. So we were parked there. And we rode for more than 4 hours on charted paths, but they knew their way.
Madam, when we were released immediately, the first thing you said was, where's my car, where's my office? Was there anything that was going on in your mind at that particular time that you wanted an answer to me?
No, what actually happened, I thought they left the car there. The police would have towed the car to their office, but somebody showed me the car where it was burnt, and that was not the path we took. So I think they drove it to that point before it was touched. That was not the way we took into the forest.
Would this impact on you negatively in any way as a teacher going forward?
Going to rural area will take the grace of God. You know, with time, I've worked for 28 years, so I have 4 years. With time, maybe I can get over it, but going that far, the distance between that place and Ogumosho is far already. So I sacrifice a lot when it comes to transportation. Now, coupled with this, I don't know what will happen, but for now.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ta ló tún béèrè Yorùbá? Kò easy láti wà níbi térò ti pọ̀.
Okay. That was the live interview, granted to the principal involved in the Oriire abduction, Mrs. Aremo, narrating our ordeal, the experience. I mean, BK, what do you have to say to this?
Yes, I'm just grateful that these people are back. Even your enemy, you will not want to have him go through that. Before their eyes, one of their colleagues was beheaded by these animals, because it takes an animal to treat a human being in that way. So these are not people that should even live with us. They don't belong amongst us because they are not human beings. you know. And to think that the same people, when the DSS arrested their own family members, they became traumatized. They started even reducing their demands. Can you imagine? Because they were made now to see what it looks like. To keep somebody out of circulation. So the DSS went to Michika in Adamawa State, brought members of their family, went to Kaduna, brought members of their family, father, mother, wives, kids, and showed them the video. It was at that point that they knew that we were not joking.
This is no
with
joke.
them. Because they said, if you come close, remember this principal. There was a video that this principal shot where she was saying, all they are saying is release our leaders. They are not treating us badly. That was the demand. And I remember I was the first to come to tell Nigerians for the first time that they were asking for the release of their leaders. And that was what happened. The woman herself said it. And they said, don't use military force. If we try to use military force, we'll kill these people. Again, the principal was made to say that in that video to Nigerians. They said, if you try to use the military to secure the release of these children, we'll kill everybody. Now, they got hold of members of their own families and said, okay, we have your relations. If anything happens to these children, these ones too, we are going to slaughter. It was at that point that they started mellowing down and then said, well, if you can't give us all our leaders that we asked for, can you just give us a few of them? They wanted to come out of it with something they can hold on to. You know? They were not asking for ransom initially, but when they saw that, okay, the game has changed. The game had changed. Their people were in custody of the DSS. They said that they should give them some money. Again, we said, no way.
Good.
No ransom.
Good.
And your leaders will not be released.
Good.
And they gave them a time, which again, I had to tell Nigerians that they said, after 72 hours, we move in. They can't stand the military might of our country.
Not at all. That's true.
A lot of these people are cowards. If you deny them the drugs that they take, just for some time, you will see that they are just ordinary people. Even in hand combat, you will defeat them.
True.
It's these drugs that transform them into something else and made them worse animals than they are. So having ensured that they cannot have an exit because they will have taken those children from that point to maybe Brenengwari forest and other places where it will be difficult to lay hands on them. They picked bandits, kidnap children in Kuriga or the way to Brenengwari in Kaduna. They ended up in Zamfara State. Bandits kidnapped students of government science secondary school in Katsina. They ended up in Zamfara State. In fact, it was in Safe that the military collected them. So it would have been dangerous if they had the opportunity to take them far, but we encircled them. From the first day military was deployed, they encircled them, exit point blocked. And they knew that the longer those children were with them, without us yielding to their demands, the more frustrated they will become.
That's true.
I mean, this is not Chibok. Some people thought this would be Chibok. But this is a different administration. In the past, we would have yielded to the demands of these good-for-nothing people. But no, we said no. And that was it. We didn't yield to demand. In fact, Abu Bara, the leader of the group, the first leader of the group, Ansaru, that the DSS arrested, he was brought to court.
To court,
His plea was taken. The other one, Mahmouda, who was also who took over from him, the DSS also arrested him. DSS have been working on this Ansaru people for years. They were able to even know the homes of their family houses and all that. And that was the game changer. That strategy worked like a charm. And I'm saying it that my respect for the DSS has gone up because I can see what they are doing in terms of defeating terror. Look at all those people that are involved in the Yelwata killings. They are on trial.
They all were massacred.
Or were massacred. They've even secured conviction. The people who bombed the UN building, they secured conviction again. We didn't have this kind of breakthroughs before now. So people can say what they like. Oh, they paid ransom. Is it from your bank account that they took money to pay ransom?
I think that's a question.
Because you talk a lot of rubbish, things that you don't know. People lost their lives. Soldiers lost their lives in this conflict from the first day. But instead of praising our troops for their gallantry, for their sense of service, we are busy because a lot of us are not happy that these children are back.
And let's not forget those playing politics with it as well.
That's what we are saying. So they are playing politics with it. They are saying all kinds of things. Oh, this is, they should tell us how much they paid. How much they pay? Chop your mouth.
All right, gentlemen, we need to pay some bills right now. We need to hear with us and Babajide Obafemi. So before we went on that break, and also before the principal actually narrated our experience, I was asking, to what extent could Diezani's UK acquittal, influence asset forfeiture proceedings in Nigeria?
I cannot say to what extent it can influence the decision of the court.
Okay.
That is up to Justice Inyangekwo to decide. But Diezani and her lawyers think this is a critical piece of evidence that they have. So she has applied to the judge to allow her present that critical piece of evidence. And that piece of evidence is acquittal by the court in the UK. I'm telling you today that many Nigerians never thought she would win that case.
Yeah, that's true.
Our former Attorney General, while Diezani's passport was in her hands, was seized and awaiting trial over there, she sought to join a case in Nigeria. She sought the permission of Justice Ajumogobia for her to come and defend herself in Nigeria. Our Attorney General refused and said she should face a trial over there because they must have been convinced that just the same way it happened with Ibori, that justice will be served in that matter and Diezani will be convicted. So they believe so much in the justice system in the UK, and they felt, no, there's no point coming here. She comes here, the case can be delayed, justice may not even be served. Because after all, in this same country, Ibori escaped conviction. And based on the same evidence for which she could escape conviction, the UK courts convicted him, convicted his wife, convicted his lawyer. So Diezani, they never thought that she would. So she is thinking that having won that case, she is not corrupt, she's not a bribe taker, and whatever this case was meant to achieve, they should bear in mind that she had been acquitted there, and she wants her properties that have been seized given back to her. So this is this is what she is really asking for. But the judge granted the application, but that's not the same thing as saying that the judge would eventually grant her wish. You can apply to have something, but it doesn't mean that
it will be
granted, given to you. That is what you applied for. But the case has really painted many people who associate in very bad light. Public opinion in our country is often shaped by arrests and official statement in the media. Many people have concluded that she was guilty. And for some of her associates who were also arrested, their reputations had been severely damaged, even if some of them have been released. There were those who were arrested, but they were never charged to court. But the media published the arrest. People have it in mind that such people are guilty. There's nothing you can say again. Their names have been irreparably damaged. There are also people, lawyers, former public officials who were investigated and acquitted. For example, our cousin, one Donald Amongbo, who was once regarded as a rising star in the Nigerian indigenous oil trading business. The publicity damaged his business. Until today, he has not recovered. And it is not all of the people close to her that you can say were guilty. No. Even the people charged with her in the UK, including her cousin, who is a Christian cleric, they were also discharged. So it is not every time that people are put on trial or people are arrested or people are accused of corruption that you can actually find a cast iron evidence against such people.
Okay.
You know?
All right, Babajide Obafemi, you heard all what BKO said. I mean, in Nigeria, it was a different case, but she went to the UK and got an acquittal. How do you weigh in here?
Yeah, if you look at, I really think that the case she has in the UK is quite different from what she's supposed to face in Nigeria. So I really don't think that she will, what is obtainable in the UK is what is obtainable here in Nigeria. Now, what the EFCC and the Nigeria people, the court, are asking is, come down home, you've proved yourself there, and you've been acquitted. Come here and prove yourself. There are a lot of things that they are expecting her to come and tell them.
You think she still has a case to answer, despite her acquittal?
A lot. What she's been accused of in the UK is different. They are quite different from what she's been accused of in Nigeria. And she has other people too, like BK was saying, there are associates, like Jide Omokore, one Membere, and all that, that are also involved in cases with her. You understand? There's this case of what they found in her apartment in Nigeria that is being like the jewelry and all that, that they said.
But how true is that? You know, Miko talked about it, we used to joke about it. How true is that?
No, the former EFCC chairman, Bawa, has said that they never found any diamond-crusted bra in our apartment. All those things were lies.
Where did that story come from?
People just, is it like the same story that they found money in a soakaway pit in a retired general's home. Bawa came out to say it's a lie, that we never found any money in any soakaway pit. Nigerians will sit down and concoct things. They never found a diamond-crusted bra.
Just to nail her.
Yes, and Bawa was the one investigating her. She came to this company, TVC, to say those things were lies, that there was no time that they found diamond-crusted bra, you know. So people try to paint her as a larger-than-life thief, you know. But just like Jide said, I think that the important thing is for her to find a way to come home. Having been acquitted over there, they should at least allow her to have access to her passport, which they seized in 2015, and come home and answer to the FCC charges here. And if indeed she can prove her innocence, why not? There are many people. Being charged by the FCC is not a death sentence. There are many people who have been charged by
already.
the FCC who have survived it. To the point that even judge will be abusing the FCC. They did not do the same thing to Mohammed Adoke, the former Attorney General. And he was able to win that case with flying colors. So I believe, I agree with Jide that the cases are different. In the UK, they were trying her for alleged bribery for oil contracts. Bribery. But in this case, They are not even talking about bribery.
So she has a case to answer.
She has a lot of cases.
Let her come.
Let her just come, prove herself,
Yeah.
get herself acquitted, and she'll be free both ways.
Yes. So it's 1-0. Let us see if she can achieve 2-0.
It's 2-0 now. Okay, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation. Now, progress